This morning I woke up and, like usual, I check emails and do a few things and read some devotionals and normally check the stock market and see what the dollar or the peso's doing. And again this morning they hit the trading curve where they shut the stock market down for about 15 minutes because it's down so much. And this is the second time in a couple of days. And then on top of it, I pulled up a video I did about a week ago in regards to end of times, and it brought up a few more thoughts that are in my mind in regards to what's going on. And so that's why I'm doing this video. There's a few different things, I see them destroying or trying to destroy China and their country. And I think I mentioned in the last one that I see the two beasts as being democracy and communism, and them being kind of friendly with each other, but at the same time not, and eventually laying down their power because they're brought to their knees, basically. And there's only one way to do that, and that's to destroy the countries in whatever way you can. And the other aspect of it is, I see a lot of the things happening with the Fathom, where there's no food and no water, and it costs a lot of money to live, just to eat. And I see it from a couple of different things. Number one is where we live, there's fishing boats out in front of us quite a bit, the commercial ones. And when they come, and they take everything. Normally you'll see dolphins coming by daily, and when they come, they won't be around for weeks because they take everything. And it's been said many times that they're overfishing and the population of fish is going away, and I see it because the fishing boats come around more often, are here longer than they used to be. And then on top of it, just up the road from us, they're dumping raw sewage in the ocean, and it goes up and down the coast, it goes back up into California even, and it's creating problems. On top of that, as we all know, there's huge water shortage in California, and we have the same thing here in Baja California, at least the northern part. If you go down in the middle of the state where nobody lives, there's all kinds of fresh water. But the point is that the food. Oh, and one other point to make is with Trump and his let's get rid of illegal immigrants. I'm not supporting the fact that we should allow illegal immigrants to come into the United States, but these people that are coming from Mexico and South America and places like that, they're the ones that are doing all the work that the white men won't do no more. I won't do it. You can take it as I'm insulting somebody. I'm not insulting anybody. I won't do it either. I don't have to at this point. I did all that stuff when I was a kid. And I think it's something that we should let our kids, or have our kids do, so they learn what real work is. But we don't do it, and it gets undone. So you have all these avocado trees and whatever it is that's in the field, and nobody to do the work to pick it so that everybody can eat it. So all these things are coming to a head all at the same time. The debt in the world grew tremendously since Obama's stimulus in '08 or after '08. It didn't fix anything, it just kicked the can down the street a little bit further. And all of our problems are still the same. We still have problems with even Social Security and Medicare. They're unsustainable the way they are. State debt has grown tremendously in a lot of states. And they keep pushing more and more social programs, which again is illegal by the Constitution. But the point is we don't fix anything. We just put Band-Aids on it and make it worse. And as much as anything is all the social unrest in the world. And to me, it's created purpose, on purpose. For example, 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, it was on Monday, the Day of the Women worldwide. And some of the women in Mexico City, they got pretty nasty. They were destroying a lot of property and doing things they shouldn't. And, we have women upset. We have black people upset. We have You know, the U.S. upset with illegal immigrants in the U.S. and we have all these people that are upset with each other. And I even see it on small levels. I've mentioned before the annual meeting we had here for our HOA, and where I live in a small community of about 1,000 homes, and everybody's upset, divided, yelling and screaming at each other. There's just so much dysfunction and evil and greed and selfishness and things excuse me, in this world, and it's not getting better. And all these things will lead up to the end of times, and it will happen, and it's not going to get better because it tells us it won't. And it's sad to see, but at the same time it's exciting because you know, I know my life, this is short, this is nothing. Whatever happens to me, the worst things in the world that could happen to me already have. And anything else that happened to me is just nothing in comparison. I've already learned how to deal with tremendous pain and suffering, as did Paul, as did Peter, as did Jesus, as did everybody else. Anybody that's going to be used in the kingdom of God has suffered tremendously. Don't be fooled by that. Don't think that you come and say, okay, I'm God's now, and your life's going to have this perfect whatever. It doesn't work like that. It always involves suffering, because through the suffering is what perfects us and makes us come to an understanding of what God truly is after. And most of us think that God is truly after our peace and our joy and our prosperity in this life, you know, to have a good life. And that's not it at all. It's actually almost the opposite. This life is just a training grounds to get us to the good life. And that's where we need to get, where we are secure in our relationship with Jesus and know that salvation is ours. It goes back to what I say at the end of every closing, which I'll close now, which is seek first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and then everything else will be given to you. That's what Jesus wants. Seek his righteousness, so you're right with him, so that you have salvation. Because you'll find when you do that the things of this world really don't matter. Peace.